I think we can do it. I think. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, because you can usually, oh my, you can actually go up to 9 lives, but it starts with 3. So let's start at that. Let's go with Guile. Like, we'll stick with him this time. I feel like he didn't get a fair crack at it. Like, we put a lot of blame on his shoulders. Some of it was entirely justified. Most of it wasn't. But I think we can do this. I'm a little bit confident. I mean, I say a little bit, there's definitely an asterisk next to that. Right, okay, we're learning the moves. He's got his parry. Oh. Come on, go for it. No. It's like he does a pretty powerful attack there. You've actually started the Vindaloo. Wow. I'm now jealous. Like, I could create... I've not really had much to eat all day. I've had cereal and mac and cheese. And I was really close to, like, ordering something. I mean, it's stupidly late here. And you probably get the crap that... Because, like, they all no doubt want to go home. So you don't want to start ordering at this time of the night on Christmas Eve. You don't want to be that guy. And also, I'm getting a curry tomorrow anyway, so I can survive until then. Also, I'm going to my dad's for breakfast, so I'm getting a roll and bacon, or a roll and sausage, one of the two anyway. So I'm looking forward to that. It's sort of Christmas tradition. It's good that they have less health. I can accept that. Typical Scottish breakfast. If you want to go the effort of making a fry up, then a typical Scottish breakfast would include square sausage. I think that's a Scottish only delicacy. A square sausage. If anybody asks what a square sausage is, it's exactly what you think it is. It's a sausage that's square, but flat at the same time. You also get probably a fruit pudding. You get bacon, toast, egg. Not a big fan of egg. You also might get... I'm trying to think what the place that I usually go to includes. They sometimes have a fried tomato, but the piece de resistance, other than black pudding is okay, is a tatty scone. Or as it's officially called, a potato scone. Tatty scones are the greatest invention known to man. Honestly. It is such a shame that most people will never be able to experience a tatty scone. Now, you would think, oh, a potato scone? That doesn't sound nice. No. It tastes nothing like a potato. I like hash browns. McDonald's hash browns are the best. There's something about them that's just like... heavenly. But they are like, hash browns are good and all that. Neeps and tatties, yeah, I'm not a big fan of neeps and tatties, but see, if you have haggis, you sort of have to have neeps and tatties. It's sort of blasphemous if you don't have neeps and tatties. Oh, I missed them. Kicked the sign instead. Yeah, I wouldn't just have neeps and tatties in their own, but I'm not a fan of turnip. Yeah, like that's the only time that I'll ever have turnip is we having neeps and tatties. Oh yeah, we died, Liam. We just went far too... We thought that we were being smart and going, you know what, hard's too easy. We're going to increase it to the hardest. No, I flew far too close to the sun. One day, but not just yet. And we're going with Guile. Guile's the one that I 1CC'd normal with, so we should just stick with the man that we know. I am in the European extreme difficulty. I survived well enough. I like to think that I should be praised for being bold and, you know, going for the challenge instead of resorting to something that I could easily complete. Is downward scissor kick in the game? What? That one? Like, basically always famous moves are in the game. Flash kick, downward scissor kick? What is this downward scissor kick? The only moves that I know that you can do is Sonic Boom, scissor kick, and a parry of sorts. He hit a woman there. I don't agree with that, but he felt the need to do it. Usually a guy that comes out of there. Down heavy kick is a double kick attack, very effective. Well, I can imagine that they probably added a lot of new moves into the later Street Fighter games, because it was very basic, the moves in the original. See, I feel this is too easy. There we go. There is the Mega Man version, there's Turtles, there's Simpsons, there's the Tick. I'm sure there's a Tick version as well. Remember that TV show? I suppose there was 2 live action TV shows of the Tick. Both of them were meh. I watched the new one when it came out, and then I watched the old one. Because it was, who is it? It's the guy that does Joe Swanson, or as my pal used to call him, John Swansea in Family Guy. God knows why he thought that was his name. I think it must be easy enough. Now, they've obviously put in all the moves and they made sure that it's sort of, the characters are all OP, but like they do a decent job at it. But I wonder if you could put in any sprites, really. Some of them, I think it's easy enough to put the sprites in. It's how you do it is the way that it works, and whether it's balanced, whether it feels good, because I can imagine that if you put in some crummy looking sprites, you got to be very aware that they all have special moves. Like, the only problem with this is that some of the moves don't connect well enough, because they jump too high and the hitboxes aren't the best. Like, yeah, I should be hitting him. If I was just Axel, I'd be hitting him. So like the bikes are a bit difficult to attack. No, you can actually pick up weapons as well. Let me see if I find one. And they still work. The only reason that I don't pick them up is because, well, if I'm playing as Guile, I won't actually use his attacks. Okay, I'll get this pipe off this guy. Well, I'll try. Yeah, it's a pretty good hack. Oh my god, what the state of that. It just was not wanting me to do it. Yeah, it just wasn't. It was... Honestly, I'm just trying to pick up that guy's pipe. There we go. Gee, was that so difficult? So yeah, it's pretty good. I'll give the ROM hacker his due. I think this is something you'd be able to achieve. Like, it opens up potential. I guess it just is a matter of what makes it different. Like, the gimmick quickly wears off. If, you know, oh, we've got Mega Man, but like, do you really want to spend the whole game just playing as Mega Man? Oh, was it the apple? But they've also added new moves in, so you had the basic moves in the original with the ABC buttons, and that was it. And then like right B would cause you to do that. But actually, they've added like, so one of the moves in this, so that's up and A. That's not a control that's in the base game. If I wanted to do Hadouken, I need to press B and C. But then again, that's not a move that's in the... Oh no, is it? Actually, B and C is, because B and C is the one that you can do the back attack. Yeah, I think there is a Sailor Moon. I'm sure there's a Sailor Moon hack. I never meant to pick up that floor turkey. Well, you've got people that actually have made flat out new games, like the new era. I don't know if they've just hacked the original ROM or they've actually made it from scratch, but... See, this is definitely a lot easier. There is a huge gap and a huge jump in between hard and hardest. Why is that overflowing? But there must be other games out there that are popular enough for ROM hacks, but this is definitely one of the more popular ones. This and Sonic, I think. At least from the Sega side of things. Still something quite satisfying. That's the one thing that Streets of Rage 4 never really... Instantly, like, see when you clatter somebody over the head with a pipe, you sound like you're doing brain damage to them. Whereas in the new one, it sounds very weak. Also, I was hoping for a 4:3 resolution. They went for the old long screen approach. Wasn't too happy about that. Like I guess I could change my overlays. My overlays can be easily tweaked. I don't have like a frame for the games anymore, so you could easily kind of tweak it, but I don't like playing widescreen games. With an overlay, if you're playing widescreen games, you really just have to have the game play in the full screen. Also, we need to get... crap. We'll need to make sure that if you're streaming next week... I don't think there's been a Wi-Fi of the month rated for December. Like, we've got so far. We need to make sure there's a Christmas waifu or something. Like, imagine getting through 11 months and having waifus, and even though it has dried up a little bit, we need to at least wrap it up. That's good. I'm actually, I can watch Tuesdays, because for some reason, whenever I'm on a late shift, it always seems to be on a Tuesday. I think it's because I'm usually an early on the Monday. The boss gives me the Tuesday late so that I can recover from the stream. I assume that's why she does it, but which is actually a pretty decent one. Pretty decent arrangement I've got there. So I'll stick that on in the background. Whatever it is that I'm doing that night. But like, they even changed the music in this one. This must be one of these unused tracks. This is definitely not the original song for this stage. So there's potential to edit a lot of stuff. This game, this hack, just is determined not to make me pick up weapons. Oh, I was not expecting anybody to be there. Bastards. Yeah, even like, yeah, okay, his health was maybe about... He still has 3 health bars, but in the hardest one he had 3 full life bars. But when you start using these special moves, it's like they really need to tone it down a little bit. I think Ken's definitely seems quite weak when you start playing hardest. Oh, I may as well. It feels like a waste, but... I don't know why I resorted to using weapons. I think just because I want to get this done and dusted. Come on, he's there. I know he's off screen. Right, maybe not at that exact height though. This is a dangerous weapon. It's very heelish to be using a weapon such as this, going about, you know, it's one thing knocking lumps out of people and kicking them and punching them. There's another thing going about with a samurai sword and literally aiming it at their heads. That's not just beating somebody up in a fight, that's murder. That's murder with intent. That's not manslaughter. If you're in a fist fight and a beat 'em up and you accidentally, you know, kill somebody, at least you were really trying to knock them out. But this is cold-blooded murder here. Oh, that was... How many times did I get hit the last time with that boss? So there's a technique. Yeah, dodging it like that. I've noticed people doing it. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you start watching people online. Research and all that jazz. This is very easy compared to the hardest one. Well, see, this is it. Here, I think it would make more sense for them to be replacing them with Blanca, because he's literally a Blanca clone. He does the same way. He's got the wild hair. Okay, he's got claws, but you could easily replace him with Blanca. I know that they replace Akuma at the end, but I think that there's definitely... you should be having him as Blanca. You should have the professional the Ultimate Warrior ripoff should be Zangief instead. And I bet you there must be a way, because if he can replace at the very end of the game, the Simpsons version of this, has Smithers as the final, is the second last boss, and then has Mr. Burns as the last boss. Now you're limited by what Mr. X could be doing, so like you do have limitations to an extent, but still it's pretty good. Yeah, the AI would be difficult. Like, see when Akuma does his moves, because the AI is set to be Shiva, it's they obviously have limited frames of animation. So when he's doing a Shuriken, it doesn't really do much. It's not as cool as Shiva, but I mean it's still pretty badass. It's still pretty wizard. But that's the only ones that I've seen, so I imagine if there was a Sailor Moon or a Mega Man one, they might end up replacing the final boss with somebody else. But I think there's a lot of potential because a lot of these enemies are definite Street Fighter rip-offs. I didn't mean to do that move. You have to make new sprites or the current one. Yeah. So it's impressive that they're able to replace the sprites in the first place and try and do what they can. And they make a good job of doing it for it probably takes a lot of work just doing it for the main character that you're playing as. The gimmick of being able to play as Ken, Dhalsim, Ryu or Guile is enough for the player that, see when the final boss ends up being the second final boss ends up being Akuma, that's a gimmick enough. But I think that this one hasn't been updated in a couple of years. I think this is about 2-year-old this. I guess so, because the main character has a lot more moves. It's a bigger move set. The enemy I hear, like, she has, what, 2 moves? But the Streets of Rage remake, you can play as, like, Electra. It's actually pretty impressive the way they've done it, but they built that game from the base up, I think. It's not like they've just hacked the game. Yeah, I'll just go for it. And there's only going to be one of these here, I imagine. And if there's going to be 2 of these big fat guys, then they'll have less health. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, I thought I avoided them. Well, this may actually be the first time that I lose a life. If I keep throwing them at each other, then that might work, but I'm definitely going to lose a life. Well, I was going to say the elevator, but maybe a bit earlier than that. Still to this day, it really confuses me, this whole setup of, okay, there's an elevator in the baseball stadium, but why does it go so deep? This is Journey into the Center of the Earth shit here. I keep falling for that. But there's definitely a lot of ROM hacks for it. I don't think I'll be playing any other ones unless they change the base game significantly. It falls into the old Resident Evil conundrum where it's all well and good playing a mod for Resident Evil 2, but there's always so many times you can play in the same locations and pick up the same items. Okay, the spade key is in a slightly different place, but it's still the same game. So, this is still the same game. Okay, Guile's the main character at the minute, but it's the same bosses, it's the same layout. At least Streets of Rage Remake does something a little different. And then once I get into the habit of playing Streets of Rage 4, oh my god, that's terrible. Then I'll start doing that in stream. This is embarrassing. Well, we're gonna have to die eventually. There's a lot of guys here. I think this is the last one. I'm sure of it. There's that. I guess replacing characters is very similar to how you do it in... Is it Mugen? Nah, it's Mugen, isn't it? Like, we saw how that went. And just... But the problem is when you start having too many characters made by too many different people, their versions of how a character should behave and what their stats should be are different from the rest. Fuck! I was trying to get that turkey fucking set up there. Like, they had these obscure Mortal Kombat ninjas and they were just stupid. I can't believe he beat me there. It's infuriating. There we go, we done it. We beat the Ultimate Warrior. But yeah, I guess it's easy to make... Once you get the sprites, and I think that's the hardest part, about 90% of the work is having these sprites. And if you've got a game that has sprites that are not only a good size for the game, but there's a variation of them that you can add all these moves in, then you're laughing. Oh, this is the only flaw of this game, is you get caught in a sort of stuck loop. I'm just gonna pipe them, whatever that means. It is the most effective and satisfying way of murdering a man. It's my preferred option anyway. Oh, it had, you know, all good things had to come to an end. Is there not a... Oh, is it next floor that you've got the kickboxer guy? Where's this? Oh, there he is, there. Ah. So the Sonic Boom doesn't beat whatever his move is. Must be a floor ape kicking a boogie. There he is. That's the guy that I was looking for. throw is pretty much the most best way that you can attack anybody, because not only do you damage them, but you're throwing them at somebody else as well. Come on. I want to kind of defeat them before I get to him. He's actually pretty easy, this guy. He doesn't really offer much of an attack. He throws you, but throwing, if you know the way of stopping it, like apart from his kicks, he's actually pretty easy to. Like that's pretty much a flawless victory there. Well, wrong game, but Johnny, see, putting Mortal Kombat characters in this wouldn't work because they're digitized sprites, and they would stand out by a country mile. As much as it would be great to play as Johnny Cage. Okay. Oh, I thought I could hit him from there. They would look awful. They would be absolute god-awful ugly. But I mean, somebody would be able to put them in. I bet you somebody's asked, I wonder if I could put Scorpion in a Streets of Rage 2. I suppose it's that sort of, what is it, Rule 34? If it exists, or if somebody thinks of it, then there'll be porn of it. If somebody thinks about it, then there will be a ROM hack of Streets of Rage 2 for it. This is the best weapon in the game. Even more than a fist. Or Mr. X's Tommy gun at the end, which does almost zero damage to anybody. It's crazy. A headshot by a gun takes less damage than a punch. Goodness knows what sort of world they live in, but it's a hellish landscape, that. Was there two of them here? I can't remember if there was two of them. It's a JRPG world, a horrible world. Ah, well, rip the swords. I was always wanting to play that. I'm pretty sure Snatcher had a JRPG. It was something weird like that. And there was another one, there was a game, it was like a golf RPG, and I was so close to playing it, but it got bad reviews. I think it was called RP Golf. Like, one of these kind of, the title looks pretty smart, but in practice, it doesn't sound very good. Oh, he's doing it where he kind of... Okay. Ah, I thought I could have avoided that. It's always satisfying ending a boss like that. Just like an uppercut or... send them flying. I think we're going to 1cc this one. I'm pretty damn confident we're doing miles better than what we were the last one. I don't know why anybody thought... I imagine that they thought it would be a good idea to do an RPG golf game because they thought, well, let's make the G in RPG stand for golf. And it's like, well, yeah, but what else are you going to bring to the table? Okay? I was like, yeah, but you can't just have the gimmick. You need to have good gameplay. But that they don't understand that part. Hate it. I'm very against this style of play, but it is very effective. Annoying that I'm getting suckered with these stupid punches. I really want to avoid losing lives here because there's a turkey at the end of this. But why even fucking bother saying it out loud? My biggest mistake is wishing for something and saying it and hoping that it happens. If I hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have lost a life. I was so close to it. Why bother? They know. They really know. Oh yeah, if you don't... so parrying is that. And then I think it provokes a really strong retaliation attack. But if he doesn't do anything, then he just combs his hair. Oh, I missed the turkey. It changed screen. Nope, no, I don't like that sound of that. Where are they jumping from? It's the strange trope of beat 'em ups. It's like sometimes enemies just appear from jumping off the screen. Like, where are they coming from? Are they parachuting into the level? Am I going to hit any of them? I'm getting them. I guess the base game, you're limited the amount of times that you can use a special attack because if you connect, then your life goes down. You don't have that limitation for most of them, unless you just press the A button and it does the circular attack. Then that's the only time that you lose a bit of health. But I guess you want to play as Guile and you want to do his moves, and you don't want to have to get penalised for it. Because then you just won't use them. He's there somewhere. I know it. There you go. That's him. I really don't want to lose that many lives in this stage. There's two of them, of course there's two of them. Alright, I can't get anywhere near him when he's throwing fire. I actually stopped jinxing myself. Why is he not grabbing him? Oh, wow. Fucking hell. See, when there's two of these guys, it's... difficulty's ramped up to 11. It's like, the AI always cheats in things like Street Fighter, because they always get their attacks prioritized over you. And it's no different here. Yes, I can't hit any of these. I'll take that. There we go. The pipe will see us through at the end of the level. Let's just knock people out with a pipe. This bit, yeah. When they start running out of enemy types, they go, right, okay, what we're going to make for this boss, level 6, let's just use some of the old bosses, but make 2 of them at the same time. Usually I don't get as many clean hits as this. This is weird. And this is me just using the pipe. Very odd. Like, that wasn't me using any of his moves. That's... okay. Maybe in future I should just remember to bring the pipe with this battle and it'll make it a hell of a lot easier. I always hate this level. The conveyor belts were just horrendous. I never had the patience for them. An accidental danger nap, wow. I mean, I can't say anything. You knew very well that mine was going to be an accidental danger nap if you hadn't phoned me to wake me up. You should have told me the same. Well, I mean, I suppose you never really intended to nap. That's, well, let's be honest. We both needed a good old nap. But man, that is a danger nap and a half. That's proper danger zone stuff. Like, you're not going to be awake till like about 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it's not reaching. I think one of them's dead. I think, yeah, they were both dead. These grunts have got some moves on them. There has to be some food somewhere. There's food there. And he's going to start throwing his grenades. Okay. I was kind of hoping it was a turkey. Let's just, you know, blow his pals up. No, he moves it the way that... He's a smart AI, this guy. Or maybe not so much. I was giving him far too much credit. What was the Christmas film? Liam was talking about Christmas films earlier on. He was talking about the man in the Christmas suit, the Santa suit. It was apparently it was Fred Astaire's last film. Like the guy's about 70-year-old, but they're making him play 9 roles he had to play in that film. Shocking. Right. I mean, Fred Astaire, like, his poor feats. Oh, I'll take the one up over a health, but I mean, we're going to eventually die pretty quick here. Oh, we got the health as well. Jesus, I can't believe it. Oh, they're throwing everything at me now. The kitchen sink will be here pretty soon. The holiday. It already sounds very low budget and something that I am definitely going to hate, and I know nothing about it. So many of them. Just resort to spamming. One of them must be nearly dead. Alright, throw me right into his pal, why don't you? Okay, we survived that somehow, God knows how. And I'm pretty sure there's a turkey at the end of this. It was pretty big, 2006. I don't know, that film doesn't sound like it exists yet. Please, restrict the chat to 90s films only. Right on, we're really getting into the craziness now. We're getting there. We've got no health situation now, so like this is bad. Oh, it's the greatest hits of the bosses as well, of course. Not quite as much as the last level, but you know, we're not at a boss rush yet. And no trusty pipe either. Oh, well, we're dead with this one. Griffiths? Is that, I'm pretty sure that's not how you say Griffiths. What's my New Year's resolution? To finally stop living in the 90s. I anticipate that the resolution will effectively end pretty much 90 minutes after I had said it. Right, we're starting to see. Maybe when I say this is far too easy. I regret saying it, of course. Why would I want to do that? I don't know. It seems like something that somebody would hope that I would say. You know, somebody who's been concerned in my life. But I like to think that the 90s were a fantastical period, and you know, why anybody would not want to live in the 90s, then I don't know. And I don't want to find that person. Not to overthink Twitch anymore. Yeah. I mean, look at me. Like, my channel is very much just trying to 1cc games and just playing them, and I'll still go back to a lot of story games and PS1 games at times, but I've been enjoying the way that my channels went right now. Does it get as much... Well, it's not even as if it was getting a lot of audience before, but I'm enjoying it because I look forward to trying to do things better, like you and your challenge runs. I think it's good to be able to explain it that this is what my channel is. This is what it does, and see if it's the old elevator pitch that I've talked about before. If you can explain what your channel is in an elevator pitch, then I think that you'll be so much happier about when you stream. Oh, I remember. Yeah, and also getting a tortoise. I keep on meaning to do it for so long. It's going to happen. That's my resolution, is to get a tortoise. I really want one. I regret there was two in Hamilton, and I could have got one of them, and I didn't bother. They were described as happy little diggers, and you know what? I'm going to miss the fact that I could have had them. I don't know what I would call my tortoise. It could be done, and I hated it. Too cautious. Well, I mean, this is a very open-spaced elevator. This. But this is an elevator of sorts. Oh my goodness, this is it where it ends. We're losing lives far too easily here. Well, I think that if you can describe your channel, and if you can describe your channel and you play games that you enjoy playing and you're not playing them for other people's means, like I'm not 1cc in games. I'm not coming out and saying what game should I 1cc. I'm just going like, you know what, I like these games, I want to play them. Although, me saying I like these games is very because I'm about to 2cc this. I mean, we've seen streamers. We talk about the streamers, the Vietnam look behind the eyes, just the stare. It's not pretty. Do you really want to do a Monday to Friday job? 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever, then you just look forward. You want to look forward to your stream. You don't want to think, oh my god, I've got a stream tonight. Like when it looks like that, unless that is your job. Unless the stream is like, okay, you're a full-time streamer, then you're like, I can't bother streaming tonight, but it's my job. Then that's one thing. But if you're doing it as a hobby, as a side gig, then when it becomes that, it's just horrible. Let's start stabbing robots. Yeah, like it's nice. I'm starting to get, well, not decent views on my YouTube channel, but compared to what I was getting for other videos, my 1cc's or my 1cc attempts, shall I say, are getting a consistent view base, and I'm getting a couple of subscribers from it. You know what? If that's how my channel goes, then it's working, because from the 1cc efforts, I've been getting more subscribers than any time else. Oh yeah, why am I not Sonic Booming? I've got 1 life left. I am never going to make it. I was hoping it would give me a second one. Nah. This isn't happening. But I think that that's the problem, is that you look back at all the stuff that you've done, and like, you've been making these videos for ages, and if you enjoyed making them then what's changed? And like, it's not changed for the better. But then, like, this is easier said than done. Like, It's all well and good saying, oh, just stream what you want to stream. And if you stream it, they will come. But they're not going to come, are they? Like... I would love to get my old arcade machine back up and running and having it that way, but it's just the webcam. See, if I never done it by webcam, then I would just play these in my arcade. But I can't. Oh, I got an extra life, okay. But you get no health off of this. And you go up against the Blanca clone, the Ultimate Warrior. This dude, vodka. That is a lot of health. Okay, he's... This is never happening now. Remember a flawless victory, the last guy in the ship? Yeah, this is happening here. I think what really threw me off was, how can the elevator door be open? Where are these people jumping from? Are they jumping from a height? Oh boy, this is not good. Yep. Rip the 1cc. Oh, we can't put numbers? Okay, sure. We'll put a comma. A comma for to be continued. We'll start with Guile. Oh, it was the pipe. That was what helped me the last time. Okay, that also seems to be a knack. I kind of... Police Knots is sort of a visual novel, isn't it? Maybe a bit too much of a visual novel for my liking. Snatcher is also pretty much one. Okay, it gives you the ability to do some sort of gameplay scenes, but... Well, let's be honest, not really. I'm not proud of this, but I'm a desperate man at this point. I don't want to go with 3cc. I feel like they should have put M. Bison here. I guess, is there any Western visual novels? You really have to be a Kojima fan to enjoy Police Knots and Snatcher. Well, Snatcher is very Blade Runner-esque, but it is also very Kojima. Oh man, I'm actually going to 3cc this. Eesh. Right, okay. Oh, we got an extra life. Praise the Lord. At this time of the year as well. Somebody's generous. Okay, I should probably stop running the bullets. Just throw his grunts at him. That seems to be working. Okay. Eesh. How much health has he got? Oh, he's actually nearly dead. Okay, we could do this. You want to do it in style though. Oh. Easy. Can't believe we thought that. There's no 1cc, but at least we managed to do 2cc in the harder difficulty. Thank you. Thank you for the golf clap. It was tough. We're now full stopping that. No commas here. It was tough. We faced some difficult challenges. There was a couple of shots there that I really thought, well, should I have used another club? Probably. We got in some sticky terrain. And we thought, well, we're never birdieing this hole, but we managed it in the end. It wasn't quite a, under par, but it was a respectable effort. And I think that we can go home and be proud of ourselves today. We all can. We were all here. Me, nervously, dancing my fingers over the controls. You guys egging me on and providing the stimulating conversation that every gamer needs to get through things. I appreciate it, everybody. Finally though, I can end this stream. Never intended to play this game twice, but yeah, it was a bit foolish to think that I could have played it in hardest without playing hard first. I think writing video games must be tough. So writing a visual novel, yeah, would be great, but I guess you have to understand the audience, and I guess there's a visual novel for everybody. I would love to be able to start doing writing and stuff, but that's a few years off. I think this will be it. I think I was going to play more, but it's now the back of 11, and I just wanted to get a stream in this week. I might end up streaming tomorrow, which is barbaric because it's Christmas Day, but I'll probably maybe fit one in. It depends how I'm feeling. Probably something similar to what it has been just now. But yeah, thank you all. I feel like I should start doing YouTube comments for anybody that's persevered through this barbaric video. And just if you're watching this on YouTube, then you're the true heroes of the hour. How you survived to the end of this, I'll never know. But we done it. It took us 2 attempts, but next time we might even do it in 1. I think I will sign off with that. That seems like a good way of